SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000. Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search News on the Go. Football is back at SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio, bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigga business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and every
Sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus at kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.
This is the big match of this evening, the final match of round 19. Newtown versus Conaree. These teams don't normally leave anything left in their tank when they're done. Pass off to Conaree in their yellow and green strips. Newtown, their traditional red and white, but this time the white is more dominant on top with red pipings, red socks, red shorts. I'm joined by Essington Watts, and we'll begin live coverage of this a very important match as Conaree, from the word go, tries to get into the Newtown area, the dangerous area. Here is a shot from an acute angle, trying to get on target. It didn't work.
Very good chance, as you said, not on target, and that is very important. We need players to at least look for the target and hit the target. Force goalkeepers to make saves. But good start from Conaree. I think Newtown is in a better form. Conaree has not been doing so well in recent times.
Newtown has been doing well in recent times. Here spring comes forward. Check to see if he's onside. Can't get in the box. Fakes the cross. Shoots across the goal mouth. Batiste is in there. Brown is in there. Brown slams it forward. The ball ricochets. Keeper comes out. Dancho Lachlan grabs it.
I was saying from since the restart, I mean, Conaree haven't won many games. Lot of Conaree won 2 games since the restart. Newtown, at least in the last 2 games, Newtown have won the last 2 games.
True. Here's Rasim Thomas. Ball fouled by the Conaree number 9. Dakari giving chase to Thomas. Thomas up to Hodge. Hodge, one touch pass. Gums, fancy footwork. Likes to hold the ball. Fakes to pass. Then he goes on the byline. Now he crosses. Across the goal mouth. Clearance, Conaree. Howe takes over. Howe, 1 touch, 2 touch. Then he goes up to the left flank. Dakari Phipps is not there. Kimmy Brown comes across. Shepherds it and shadows it out. So that Newtown wins the throw. Over to keeper Gums. Comes to the left side, goes to the left side. That looks like number 88, Jamal Keynes, in the number 5 position. He goes upfield, loses out. Karim Lewis trying to get on the man. He does so now. Karim can cross. Karim crosses. Rasim saves the day. Tackle coming in from Howe. Rasim taking over, pushing it down the right flank. No one necessarily there. Throwing to Conaree. Knocked away. Play will restart with a throw into Conaree as they adjust for positions. Up to Kadim Lewis is the throw. Kadim, good pass to Dakari Phipps. Dakari Phipps get the cross. He tries a left foot cross. It slides off the boot and goes into touch.
Very good idea, good play. Trying to get around the corner. Did get around the corner, but didn't get the cross in. On the ball sliding off the outside of his boot and went outside. But very good play by Conaree. Very good idea. Poor execution in the end. But his game is warming up nicely to be a fascinating confrontation between these 2 teams. Conaree safely in the final 6. Newtown looking for a place in the final 6.
Newtown. They have crept up on Spurs. They are now on 29, Spurs on 30. 2 spaces up for grabs. What will they do tonight? Strong clearance coming in from Conaree, throwing to Newtown. Just halfway. They go back for help. Finds Keynes. Jamal Keynes goes long downfield. Over to Hodge. Hodge cannot control. Conaree wins it. Conaree comes forward. Orlando battling away. Orlando Mitchum looking forward. Slides it forward. Can't get across. Conaree can cross. Clearance from Gums. How picks it up? How tries to get to the box? How goes to the ground? An appeal mainly from the crowd for a penalty. Newtown takes over. First Hodge. Then Gums. Mako Gums. They all lose it out. Conaree comes again. Phipps. Mitchum losing out. Newtown taking over. Conaree taking over. Possession and dispossession. That's what we're seeing here. Then they go long forward. Again. The picture is repeated. Conaree, then Newtown. Conaree, then Newtown. Handball. So finally the ball is settled for a free kick to Conaree. Long ball forward, heads go up. Clearance. Bounds combined to clear that ball. Not very far. So throw into Conaree. Here come now. Lewis. Trying to free the man Phipps. Phipps gives it away. A strong tackle coming in from Howe. Chad Westover just giving him a sharp warning. 0-0, only goings. Both teams still feeling out their way. I think Newtown the more desperate of the two teams for points though. I know Springer. Over to Keynes. Keynes under pressure from Errol. He goes back. Springer tries to find help. Gets help from Batties. Batties connects the pass. Then cannot handle the return pass. Gives it up. Here comes Conaree. Robbed of the ball. Whistle goes. They're fouling.
Well, tassel over on the far side.
Kick taken by Springer. Kimmy Brown. Hodge goes back to Kimmy Brown. He looks up. Surveys the field, trying to go long forward. Picked off by Mitchum. Errol and Mitchum combining. Conaree on the right side. Could get across into the box now. Loop up. Heads go up. And Gums is the better of it. Kadim Lewis tried for all his worth, but couldn't get past Gums. Conaree wins it back, coming forward again. Loses out to Gums. Gums stabs it forward. Finds what Ponting. Ponting leads on Hodge. Hodge tries to go to the left. Not so much an accurate pass, but nonetheless, Batties picks it up. Goes back to Keynes. Keynes comes on the inside. Finds Mitchum. Mitchum, first time we called him for the night, it was like he was hiding. Here comes Newtown, connecting 1, 2, 3 passes together. Fourth pass, back to Asim Hodge. Then they go up over the top. It looks like he's in outside position. That's Mitchum, so it doesn't even bother to give chase. Ball rolls aimlessly to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin to Martin. Here comes Newtown. Trying to get away. Pass one man, pass another. He's nicked. These referees are not letting the players get away with these little nicks at the feet. Again, Chad come tonight. We saw Bassett the other night giving 2 yellow cards. In fact, one was a direct red for the little stabbings at the ankles in the intending to trip the player. Here is Newtown giving away the ball. Conaree, likewise, gives it back to Jamal Keynes. Keynes goes up to Hodge. He's being called for it. Gives it to Kim Van Brown. Kim Van Brown knocks it onto a Conaree player. Then tries to get it back. Conaree still in charge. Kadim Lewis controls. Leads on the man Mitchum. Mitchum has a shot, you know. They can't allow it to Mitchum to shoot from there.
And that was a perfect opportunity for Mitchell, but unfortunately for him, didn't get the ball under control. The ball was behind him as he was going forward. He tried to pull the ball back, but was unable to do so. But Conaree is still with the ball now. So, let's see what they can do. Still 0-0 here.
France is taking the throw. This will be a big throw. He probably has one of the biggest throws in the park. Heads cup, flick, come up. Flicked on by Errol, but just can't get it on target. He acknowledges as a good throw. He's onside. Mitchum is onside. Mitchum breaks 1-on-1. Can he get to one man? Yes, he does. Goal to Newtown. Mitchum. One goal to nil. It was a true ball. The Conaree player stood up thinking he was offside. He stood up thinking he was offside. Paused momentarily. Then when he looked to the flag, he realized he wasn't up. He wasn't in a missile. Sped down into the box, pulled the keeper off his line and slotted it to the left of the keeper to give Newtown the first goal in this early goings. Newtown 1, Conaree 0. Here comes Conaree now. Jacari Phipps goes all the way back to Francis for help. Francis over to Martin. Martin coming forward. Up to Errol. Errol to Mitchum. Mitchum speeding forward. Slides it down the right flank. Errol can't get across. Can't get his foot onto it. He does so now. And Gums try to steal the ball. Kadim Lewis falling over him. The whistle goes. Gums seems to be injured. It looks like a serious injury from the reaction of the players. They immediately called for the physio. And they're frantically gesticulating. Meanwhile, TK Gums lies prone on the ground. And from the reaction of the players, asking for the stretcher, asking for the Red Cross. Here they come now. 1, 2, 3, 4 members of the Red Cross. And Gums, I think, is related to the goalkeeper, and he's the one most animated. He has now to be cooled down by Anwar Springer. But it looks as if probably the knee, a hard part of the unrushing player, collided with the head or neck of Gums. Might be a concussion.
One scored by SQM Newtown United, number 19, Johannes Richard, in the 10th minute. SQM Newtown United 1, Sun Island of Japan. Football fans, yes, NFL reminds you to wear your mask. Yes, NFL reminds you to wear your mask.
I'm told that it's not so much of a head injury, but probably the midriff area, the groin area. So that's a little bit more relieving. Nurse Mavis Lewis joins the fray, lending her expertise. My correction is the groin area of the unrushing player could be Lewis. Collided the head of goalkeeper. He gets a yellow card. He gets a yellow card in for the process. Meanwhile, Gums lies prone on the ground. he went down immediately. What's like a sack of potatoes.
Lewis would have gotten a card for that.
Reckless play, yes, because he probably didn't willfully collect it.
No, I don't think there was any malice.
In the flow of play, he simply went forward while Gums was trying to save the shot from Errol. The ball was outside, and he was rushing on the near post, and his momentum just took him forward.
Yes, I
and I'm told by the producer who looked at the replay, the groin area, the midriff area of Lewis connected with the neck or head of Gums, and he's down, out cold. It looks like from here.
Yes, that's a very unfortunate incident. So player would be suspended for a while.
One of the Red Cross persons went for some other piece of equipment. She's rushing back to Gums now. A number of persons are coming around to see if they can discern from the stands what exactly happened. But it looks as if he will be stretchered off. And
So
probably the piece of equipment might be a neck brace to make sure that everything is kept steady.
So there's a
And
very likely
stringer is indicating that this Gums will not be able to take part.
Yes, that's just what I'm saying. I know it's likely that he's not taking any more part in this game.
Fortunately, they have the young guy, Stephen Thompson, fit and ready to go. I'm sure he will be called into action now.
But nothing have gone ahead as already, Al.
Yeah. So those of you watching your screens, you will see 1-0 to Newtown. Players pause. It was Mitchum who broke the defensive of Conaree with a true ball. He thought he was outside. The Conaree defense thought he was outside. He looked to his right. He didn't see a flag. He listened. He didn't hear a whistle. And so he sped on. And still no one could catch him. The keeper was in no man's land. And he simply started home and then celebrated.
So you're not missing any football at all. The player is still down. As we have said already, that we don't think he'll be taking any more part in this game. And interestingly, we have 3 players out in the center circle, as if they're taking a knee. 3 Conaree players. But Conaree has not been in great form post COVID. Post reopening. Before COVID, Conaree had a 10-game winning streak. So COVID must have done something to them. They're not in great form. They're missing a few players. So on your screen, I'm sure on your screen you must have seen the player is coming off.
Substitution is made now. In comes Thompson. He did human service to Newtown while Gums was out injured. Play will resume. Corner kick. Wasted corner kick.
He's kind of looked a little bit jaded for a long time now. As I said, pre-COVID, they had a nice run at about 10 games. As soon as Asim came as their coach, they had a 10-match winning streak. But after COVID, they've been in serious trouble. And they're looking for form. For a long time, they've been searching for form. They were knocked out of the FA Cup by St. Paul's.
By St. Peter's, I think it was.
By St. Peter's, yes. But here comes Conaree.
40. Trying to work his way on the top of the box. Harassed by Springer. Ball won by Springer. Gives it up to Marco Gomes. Marco Gomes appointed by Kelandro Maynard. Kelandro Maynard going forward, a block. Mitchum picks it up. That's Orlando Mitchum. 5. Trying to find Dakari. Dakari is not there. They go back. Martin wins the header. Up to Dakari. Dakari into Howe. Howe trying to find Ewell. Does so now. Ewell back to Howe. Howe back to Ewell. Ewell can cross. Yes, he does so, but the ball blocked. No, it slips off of Ewell's boot. Again, the game comes to a halt. This time by something on 4 wheels, not 2 legs. And so we will have a lot of injury time at the end of this half. At least 5 minutes, in my estimation.
And it's going to be a while before the ambulance goes out the field, Al.
Another 5 minutes.
Yes.
At least. Probably 10, because with neck injuries you have to be so careful.
Exactly. Can't do too much, too many movements could create some problems. And you don't want to exacerbate the problem as it is right now.
Meanwhile, Newtown has called a board meeting. A number of players are not invited to this board meeting. The majority of them are in the D, having a little chat. 3 of them, Brown, Thomas, and the other Gums, are having their own little thing. It seems as if Thomas is going for some help. He's kind of limping.
It's interesting to see how they're going to respond to the situation. I mean, one of their teammates is down, and he's going to have to go to the hospital. Is that going to play in their mind? So they're having a meeting now. They're 1-0 up. That should be some encouragement. And remember, they're fighting for points. They need to get into the final 6. They're looking to recover those glory days when they dominated football in the 70s and 80s. But since they started the Premier League, they have not dominated as much. And
yes, other teams have come to the fore. In the days gone by, it was Newtown Village winning everything.
Yes.
Not in the last 20 years or so, we've had other champs in St. Paul's and Keon and occasional Spurs. One now every now and again.
Yes, well, interesting is Spurs got to the finals of the Premier League 3 consecutive. The first 3 years they got to the finals, won once. That was against Village itself. They lost against St. Paul's and lost against Keon in the finals of the Premier League. And from that they have made
so correct. In the first year, 1999, St. Paul's won.
Good.
They won the first game 3-0. Spurs came back and won the second game 1-0. And then St. Paul's came and won the last game 4-2. And then in 2000, Spurs again against Village Superstars. They won 3-0. Then Village won on penalties, and then Spurs won 1-0. And in 2001, that was the orange time. Keon won on penalty kicks. I recall those penalty kicks where some of the Spurs players were going high up into the stands, including some of the top players, and then seal it, according to kill off the competition in the second game, 3-0. So those was, you could call those Spurs glory days.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say
2000 and 2000 and 2002. 2000 and 2002.
Yes, 3 consecutive years. The first 3 years of the Premier League.
2002 and 2003. 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 2002 and
Yeah, well, they would have been the first year of the Premier League. They did dominate. They did dominate there.
Since then, they have not smelled the finals.
But that has been in the shadows of their neighbours. They are flanked by two illustrious teams. That's Village Superstars and Newtown. But they've played some good football. And interestingly, the Bastia derbies they're always interesting matches, always match up. I say they play for not all about title chase, but they play for pride, they play for bragging rights, and for history and tradition.
And so yes, the illustrious teams you spoke about, Newtown and Village.
Mm-hmm.
Village took over the championship from Keon after Spurs won, then Keon won in 01-02. Then Village, Newtown. This is what we were talking about all the time. Village, Newtown. Village, Newtown, Newtown.
That's the Premier League.
That's the Premier League.
Yeah.
03 Village, 04 Newtown, 05 Village, 06 Village, 07 Newtown, 08 Newtown. Then we had the interruptions. St. Paul's came in and won it in 09. Then back to the combination, Newtown, Village, Newtown. And then the interruption, Conaree, winning in 2013. And that is where football began to change because the old guard, St. Paul's, Keon, 4 years on a stretch, which has never happened before. Neither Village nor Newtown winning.
Very much so. The Bastia team was out there. And Conaree, a small team from a small community, they've gotten to the finals in five times in about 7 years.
Correct. And winning only once.
And they got in the finals with, I think it was 5 different teams. Oh, no, I think St. Paul's twice. But St. Paul's twice. They won against St. Paul's and St. Paul's.
Lost against St. Paul's, yes.
And lost against St. Paul's.
And then in the last 3 years, we saw Village now, the western part of Bastia, taking over. Because in 2017, 2018, they won the league. When the league was interrupted in 2019, they were ahead.
They were ahead by far.
It looked like the top team. They looked like the team to beat.
Hardly drop a point between those years.
You're correct.
Yes.
Only this year now they start getting some.
Good, but before COVID, they were in that same invincible form where they hardly drop a point. But after COVID, they have lost a little bit of form.
Injuries
they've had
too.
some serious, serious injury problems. But the team to beat would have been Village Superstars.
It looks as if the ambulance is going up to go. The players are setting up. So Gums is off to the hospital. Probably the most animated one, I think, is Mako Gums, the number 30 for Newtown.
Yes, I love him, man. Full of energy.
In the 7th position. No doubt he's related to the goalkeeper. And he was most animated. He had to be led away and cool down. Now he seems to be okay.
I'm sure he'll bring back memories of Kayamba Gums as a small boy coming on as a sub.
Oh yes, running. in those days, those were the 90s and so on.
Yes, Kayamba Gums. I'm sure they're related. But yes, I love him, Al. And he's not only good up front, but he loves to go back and pick up balls. So very energetic, very hard-working, industrious player is Gums. So it's 1-0 in favor of Newtown. As Al just said, we're sure we're going to have lots of time for stoppages. After the 90 minutes would have elapsed, we're going to have some stoppage.
The 45 at first.
After 45 minutes, would have elapsed. We're going to have some stoppage time.
I count 15. 5 for the injury and 10 for the ambulance. that's just by recollection. Midfield battle. One by Newtown. Delana Hodge goes across the field, finds the same Gums. Gums likes to dribble, gets past one man, then shoots. Lachlan parries, spills it, but Francis is able to come over and clean up for him. Knocks the ball forward. Wasim Thomas wins it though. Gives it back to Gums. Gums trying his thing, trying his little wheels, his dribbles. The Conaree defense is saying no. knocks it off of Gums, so a throw in to Conaree.
Yes, trying to Conaree. And Conaree would have lost some players over the past year and a half or so. Well, in this match, we're not seeing the Samuels, the normal goalkeeper. He's a natural leader at the back. He organizes and galvanizes the back and the players. He's very vocal. He's not in the game today. But here, Conaree is searching for that equalizer. Missed there by Wazim in midfield. So Wazim is in midfield. Mitchum is in midfield for Conaree. But here's Gum, the youngster who's worked so hard and real hustler, energetic.
Wins a foul as you speak. He had to be tripped. Yeah. His fancy footwork was a bit too much for the defender. And he nicked him, went to the ground. Free kick to Newtown, taken by Mitchum. We have to clarify this Mitchum. We have about 2 or 3 Mitchums on the field tonight. On opposite sides. Here comes a long ball. Conaree nods away. And as far as Kevin Brown. No, this is Kimmy Brown. Clearing. That's the Kimmy, as they call him in Newtown. Clearance from Calandro Maynard. Goes to the ground. How? Phipps. Trying to get Fye involved. Fye gets one player. Saves it too. Very smart playing by Fye. Then he crosses to the far post. Only white shots there. They head away. Then clearance coming from Hodge. As far as Ponting. Ponting look at the turn. Ponting gives it to Howe. Howe is not on his side, so Howe goes over to Ewell. Ewell under a bit of pressure, loses out to Springer. Batiste goes to ground. Free kick to Newtown.
Well, you have Ewell and Mitchum out there, 2 of the most creative players in St. Kitts football, but they don't have the legs now, the energy. They may have the appetite still. Very skillful players. Well, let's see if they can influence this game tonight. With Newtown still leading at 1-0.
No matter who Conaree brings, I still feel that Ewell should be in the center of the park. He can use both feet. He knows how to spread the ball. He knows nothing at all about playmaking. Here comes Fire again. Battling away with Rasta Kimmy Brown. Newtown defense. Wins the free kick this time.
So you're suggesting that he should be in midfield, but what will do in midfield? He and
more central.
Mitchum is almost.
Those two will make a good combination.
Okay.
Ewell is being pushed to the number 7 position for Conaree. He's out wide. Maynard on it. Phipps on it. They fake, they slide it into Howe. Howe stops it at goal. Clearance. First ball, second ball, third ball to Newtown. Batiste gives chase. That's Kian Batiste. Gives it to Punz Mitchum. Mitchum tries to slide it through to Batiste. Good overlapping one. He has back on the far side. He tries to go alone. But Martin gets the better of him. Martin, hard work to win it. Easy work to give it away. Kim Van Boom goes to try to find Hodge. Francis is there. Heads first, then clears up to Fye. Fye goes straight to the left. Finds the carry. The carry speeding away. Takes control, dribbles, goes to the ground, whistle goes. He's upended. And they will wait to take a set piece. That looks like about 25 yards out. No, more than 25. About 30 yards out.
Well, a very good set piece opportunity for Conaree. Let's see if they can come up with the equalizer from this.
Chad doing a bit of showing off using his equipment. His vanishing spray.
Let's see, it's going to be something. Well, you have Mitchum. Mitchum is the man who could do something creative, something inventive.
Orlando Mitchum lining up. He's alone on it. So he's going to loop it up or he's going straight. He's going straight and it's over the post.
Yes, Mitchum a bit rusty. I don't think he's playing as much football as he used to do when he was much younger. So that sharpness is not there. But Conaree searching for an equalizer. They would like to win this game. They're not under as much pressure as Newtown. Newtown is under more pressure to get points because they want to be in the final six. But Conaree need to really get a nice run of wins together to give them some confidence. I said they have not been doing well since the restart.
Here's a loose ball going all the way to the Conaree defense. Then they come out, go to the right side, finds Ewell. Ewell goes back to the right back. Right back goes into Howe. Howe misses out. Mitchum is trying to clean up. Racine Thomas is there. Comes Rainbow. Doesn't work. Ball block, ricochet up to Mitchum. Mitchum tries to chip Racine. Racine is 6 foot tall. Ball won and lost in midfield. Conaree, Newtown, Hodge, Shields, goes to the left side, finds Baptiste. Baptiste chips it forward, trying to find Ponting. Ponting gets it back. No. The defender there. Kelandre Maynard is there. And in fact, look as if Ponting fouled the ball as well.
Well, there are a few fellows who are in the Conaree team who are from Newtown. So they would know each other. I think Orlando Mitchum, he's from Newtown. Maynard, he's from Newtown. The two Maynards, they're from Newtown. So, as I said, they would know each other very much.
Well, that was the first move for Conaree in the head. All the players who used to be gravitating to Newtown from Conaree, they were called home. Here comes Ponting. Ponting is free. Ponting is on the side. Ponting is in the box. Ponting can get in the goal. Yes, it does get in the goal. Fight. No. Cleared off the line by Martin. Oh, my God. What a save. That will be a talking point for minutes. Before the game ends and after the game ends. Some will argue that the ball score.
I think we're going to have some entertainment tonight. The way these two teams are match up, the way they are set up, I think we're in for some entertainment tonight.
Shot comes in. Easy ball for Thompson.
And Fall trying a shot from way out for a very natural left-footed player. Normally provides some very good width for Conaree on the left side.
Here comes Thompson trying the root one. Way down to Ponting. But Francis is there dealing with it. Knocks it away. Then gives it to one of the Maynards. The other Maynard, this is now his Kelandre Maynard. Goes upfield trying to find five. Five not at home. Showing. Has picks it up. Has trying to go over to Ponting. Blocked. Conaree with Ewell. Coming forward. Trying to slide five forward. No. He's trying to avoid the offside. And so he couldn't pick up that one. Springer. Goes out to Keynes. Keynes. Conaree linking some passes together, trying to string the man Ewell free, but Springer.
I'm really not seeing what you're saying about Ewell. I think Ewell should really play in the center. I don't think he has the legs to making those run down the channels on the left flank. I don't think he has the energy. So he really need a younger player outside there. And they really need that width on the right side.
But as you say, because of the appetite, they will play anyway the coach tell them to play. People are dedicated, extremely dedicated to football. Foul on Newtown, they win a free kick. 1-0, they lead.
Yeah, but kind of just don't have the knowledge sharpness. That's the last two very good players. That's Samuels and you have Andy Libod. Those are two great players who they would have lost over a year and a half.
Yes, when they had the I don't want to call it confusion, the
legal
battle.
Legal wrangling. Yes.
Number of players left after that was sorted out. Matthew and Morris played for them.
And that's true, yeah. Those two players they missed, yes. Those two young players, Matthew and Morvin, who went back home, as you said.
Correct.
But before they played for Conaree, they didn't play for the senior, for K senior
No,
team.
they never played for the senior team.
Good.
They played in all the junior ranks. On the 17, on the 19.
Mm-hmm. So there are two very good players, young players that they would have missed, yeah. Apart from Glenn Libod and Andy Libod and Glenn Samuels. And then you have the who used to be who used to be in the back.
Last favor. Here's another big ball from Newtown. Handled by the Conaree defense. Francis first, then Martin. Martin to Errol. Errol back to Mitchum. Mitchum trying to spring, overlapping Maynard downfield. Tackle coming in from Kimmy Brown. Howe picks it up after Conaree wins it back. Goes to the left side, finds one of the Maynards. Hilander back to Howe. Howe picks it up nicely. He can face the defender, he does so now. Sends it across the field to Errol. Errol has good feet, you know. Errol slides it over to the man on the left side, the carry Phipps. Phipps across the goal route, clearance from Newtown. First and second ball. Springer, then Rasim Thomas. Heads go up, both miss. Martin covers. Errol, poor control. Orlando Mitchum, sorry, the other Mitchum takes over. He's being pushed to the ground, the Mitchum's clash. I think they are brothers, you know.
The Mitchum, yes, I say from Conaree too.
He played for Newtown for quite some time. Johannes Mitchum.
Oh, yeah, last season they had two Mitchum from Newtown playing for Conaree. They were brothers for sure. Those two Mitchums who were playing for Conaree.
The defender.
What, they were the defender, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Conaree, big ball forward. Cleared by Rasim partially. Picked up by Springer in the box. Springer goes downfield, big left foot. Heads go up, both players missing. Again, the cover comes with Martin. He goes back to his keeper, Dan O'Loughlin. Settles. Out to Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis goes straight upfield, trying to find Errol. Errol goes back. Finds Mitchum. That's Orlando. Mitchum gives it away. Newtown takes control now. Johannes. Batiste. Rasim Thomas. Rasta Kimmy Brown. Kim Van Brown. Goes to the left. Finds Springer. Springer donates it to Conaree. Conaree donates it to Springer. Wins it back, however, in 5. 5 trying to find Kadeem Lewis. No way, says Kim Van Brown. Goes up to his young fella, a young player playing. Goes up to his teammate Mitchum, who is fouled. Free kick to Newtown. Taken quickly, short. Interchange of ball between the same two players for a while. Then the Canes get involved. Canes trying to get around. Player goes to the ground. That's Errol. Begs for the foul. Gets it to. Gives it to Lewis. Lewis. Errol speeding on the right flank. Errol can cross in the box. Towards the goal. Saved by Thompson. That was a one-time shot coming in from the carry Phipps. And Thompson just luckily held it underneath. He strapped it underneath his knee.
Well, very good goalkeeping. He must have reacted in time and reacted very well indeed, because he was looking to not make him. He was alert, was agile, got down on this one and deny Conaree the equalizer. But very good play by Conaree. They're not getting into the box as often as they should. They're really looking at Newtown is getting numbers behind the ball, getting numbers defending their box and defending their 1-0 lead. So Conaree will have to work very hard.
Little goal mouth melody there, caused by Thompson, and then finally cleaned up by Thompson.
Well, he made a mistake in the first place.
Yes.
He spilled the ball, and Conaree just couldn't exploit the situation. Nobody was there to put the pounce on it as quick as they should. Nobody reacted quick enough, and Newtown were able to recover. So some good goal mouth activity in recent times. Here come Conaree again, searching for that equalizer. But a little bit of entertainment.
Pantene. Going down the left flank. Man is free. Looks like Hodge. Trying to get into the box. Ball knocked on him. So a tackle coming from Martin.
Well, as you said, Al, you were quite so correct. So good calibration there, good calculation, Al. Predicting that there'll be 15 minutes of stoppage time. So Conaree do have time enough to get the equalizer
Before halftime.
And Newtown have time to go ahead and put themselves in a very good position. I
Long
think
ball upfield. Could be dangerous. No. Headed to Thompson. Anxious to atone for his mistakes. But what matters most is that the scoreline still remains 1-0.
So I'm sure we're going to get a goal within this 15 minutes. Whether or not it's Conaree getting the equalizer, Newtown going to double the lead. But 2-0 before halftime wouldn't be an insurmountable lead, Al. As far as Conaree is concerned. I think they have the firepower in their team to come back from 2-0 down at halftime. The problem is they don't have the defense to keep them from conceding another goal. I think that's kind of the main problem. They have the attacking power, attacking flair, with Errol and Mitchum and Lewis and also Fai. And Wazim could also create some problem up front. But I don't think the defense is solid enough to prevent Newtown from scoring the next goal.
Here they come. Good chip ball. Headed goalwards by Errol. Not getting enough purchase on it. A player goes down. And this time, the same player who was down went down for a second time. And this time, the referee calls for.
Well, Errol really should have done better. The player is still down, so he's still 1-0 with Conaree fighting for the equalizer and Newtown looking to counter-attack. They've been pushed back a bit. Conaree has been enjoying a good passage of play in recent times, searching for the equalizer. Newtown soaking up the pressure and looking to counter-attack. You have Young Gums up front, and I said I'm very much impressed by his work rate, his work ethics. He's the man Newtown will be looking to help to increase the advantage. Here they are.
Come from the left to the center circle. Then they go to the right with Thomas. Back into the center circle. Finds Kim Van Bourne. Kim Van Bourne chips it over. Who's there? Kilanja Maynard. Lewis. Conaree taking over. Turns. Upfield with a diagonal ball. Read by Thomas. Intercepted by Thomas. Blocked by Conaree. Mitchum first. Lewis first. Gets to it. Sends it to Mitchum. Mitchum is knocked to the ground. Chad is not happy. Chad gives him a lecture. Wearing the captain armband is Orlando Mitchum for Conaree. Giving the instructions as to where you want players. 1, 2, 3 players in and around the box. Errol, Foy. High looping ball. Heads go up. Errol. A volley by Dakari. And knocks it onto the carry, the Newtown defense. It's a goal kick.
Yes, referee so correct in that the ball took a reflection from a yellow shot and has gone over the byline, so it's going to be a goal kick. So a little bit of respite for Newtown. They have been under some pressure in recent times, but soaking the pressure very well. And I said they're looking to counter attack.
Again, they throw the long ball. Hodge frees Gums. Gums has some space. Should he take on a man? Gets down apart from pass comes in. The heads go up. Headed forward. Blocked by Maynard. Cleared by Maynard. Newtown trying to win the clearance. Knocks it into touch.
Oh, that was
coming off of a Conaree player.
That was great service there from Gums. He got towards the byline and crossed the ball towards the far post. The player got up and looking to head. I think he was distracted there by a defender. So very good defending, but a very good play by Newtown. I say looking for a counter attack, got the ball down the field very quickly indeed with Gums. And here he comes again. Can he provide the same service?
Takes it clean, comes on the inside, chooses to go on the outside. Turns back, forces back, goes to the ground, begging for a free kick. Doesn't get it. Phipps gives it up. Over to Foy battling away. Wrestling match there. Midfield. Howe skips away from a player. Whistle goes. Foul was intentional. Didn't really catch Howe. Didn't really latch onto him. But the intent was what Chavez Richards was not happy with. Meanwhile, the carry is dragging himself from the field. Seemed to have been injured. Long ball, looping forward.
That was wasted, very much wasted. Squandered chance there by Conaree to put some pressure on the goalkeeper.
Here they come with confidence, playing the ball in their box. Brown goes upfield, finds Mitchum. Mitchum miscontrols but gets it back. Then he goes angrily to the right side, finds Gums. Gums trying fancy footwork. He wins the wrestling match. Loses the ball. Free kick to Conaree.
Oh, Gums is he's a small man, but very combative is Gums. He's not afraid, he's not being bullied by Conaree players. Here, a nice long ball.
Looped over, Thompson go up but takes it cleanly this time. Newtown. Batiste. Keynes. Taking over. Just past the half mark now. Still with Newtown. Connecting some passes. Enjoy a little position on this one. Mitchum loops it hard to the left, trying to find Batiste, but he's in an offside position. And so the whistle goes. The carry comes back in.
Well, I really think Conaree should play a different game, and they're quite capable of doing it. I'll just slow the game down, not play the tempo of Newtown, play more possession game, and look to play the ball just in front of the box and with some nice short passes, and try to unlock the Newtown defense instead of trying to counter-attacking play against Newtown. This is what Newtown likes. They just play into Newtown hand. Slow the game down for a while, like that. Play the ball to feet, and look to unlock the Newtown defense.
I understand what you're saying, but I think you're talking in the open, so Newtown could hear the plan. They really need to play a little bit faster, in my opinion. Change of pace.
Who need to play a little faster? Conaree?
Offside is punting, arguing vehemently.
Who needs
to stand his ground. I think Conaree needs to play a little bit faster, because the Newtown defense are just holding their defensive line and they're playing into Newtown's hands. You have to catch them out of position with their pants down.
But you could do the same thing by playing more quick.
Again, the whistle goes. Referee pulls back the play for a free kick to Conaree.
But at least you need a little more variety. That fast game is not working. I understand what you're saying about playing fast, some fast passes to get players out of possession. But here is a free kick now, which is from a very promising position. You have a cluster of players at the far post. Let's see what they're going to do.
Left-footed call, goalwards, head, Newtown. How misses. Maynard, the other Maynard. Keandre picks up, slams it goalward. Ricochet over to Keandre Maynard. Up to Phipps. Phipps runs out of space, runs out of time. Cannot latch onto the ball. Throwing into Newtown.
And they look frustrated. You see players gesticulating to each other. They're looking frustrated, Al. I don't think look at Errol. Look at Mitchum. I don't think things are going to plan. But they're still in the game. They're just 1-0 down. And as I said, we maybe just about 10 minutes gone in the 15-minute stoppage time.
Here is Newtown making a break with Mako on the right side. Mako Gomes, his favorite, trying to dribble the man. Held on to him. I caused a foul.
Yes, I like his energy. I like his vibes, Al. And this kind of player who will get under other players' skin. And if they would know each other, they would have played together for Newtown. That's it, Maynard and Gomes. Trying to get under Gomes' skin. He's that kind of a player who is annoying, Al. We need to show a little more.
Indeed.
A little more urgency now. Can't afford to be playing around. But they're going into a dressing room with 1-0 down. Wouldn't be too bad for Conaree. Newtown is under pressure to win this game. Nice there by Mitchum, controlling the ball in midfield. A very good pass of the ball. And straight to number 90 there.
As Phipps has gone down, the carry Phipps.
So Conaree with a free kick halfway inside the offensive box.
Defensive half.
Offensive half, sorry. And you have Errol is going that's Mitchum is going towards the cluster of players up front. We have about 6 players.
Looped up, drops. On the hand of a Conaree player. Free kick to Newtown.
Just to remind listeners, viewers, that the first 45 minutes have already elapsed, and we're now playing 15 minutes of stoppage time. So we're just about maybe 4 or so minutes to go before the end of stoppage time. Newtown leading this encounter 1-0. A goal scored by Mitchum. What time that goal score again, Al?
I think it's about the 10th minute or so. By my recollection, it was about the 10th minute. My watch is unofficial. But here comes Conaree. Maynard overlapping. Maynard running into trouble. Conaree robbed the ball. Newtown gives it back to Conaree. Errol picks it up. Errol goes to Mitchum. That's Orlando. Explores all options, then has to go back. Martin comes forward, wins it. Loses it, wins it back, then he goes back to his right back. That's Maynard. Maynard up to Errol. Errol shielding. Goes back to Martin. Martin goes square, finds Howe. Howe back into Martin. Martin goes to the right side, finds Maynard. Gives it Errol. Errol goes to the ground. In fact, asking for a call, doesn't get it, and gets up and gets on his way.
Well, this is what I'm asking Conaree to do. Just get some short passes, Alan, and get something going instead of, going at helter-skelter to get this goal. But anyway, it's 1-0 in favor of Newtown. Newtown is willing to sit back and soak up the pressure. And here they are with the ball now.
Trying to counter down the right side. Gomes. Second yellow card for Gomes. Red card for Gomes.
Oh, Gomes.
Very similar pattern.
Unfortunate. But this is his second red card in
Very similar to what Shaq got
Okay.
in the game last night. It was.
Well, he's a naturally aggressive player. You could see it. He's aggressive, he's combative. But he just need to control himself. He's still young. Just need to control himself. Now he's put his team in some danger now.
As they would say, the cat is among the pigeons now. Conaree.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
One man up, one goal down. The play is being held up for that young man to go and get his soap and rag and towel to shower and join the crowd. But we may have to, as best as we could, discuss this with probably a referee official, a referee assessor or something like that, because we've seen the calls and the players should notice by now the referees are not tolerating any sort of tripping. The final whistle goes for first half. We'll get back to that discussion as we go down to master control and we're back for halftime after analysis.
Coming up is the Premier League Live halftime show.
SkillX Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back, and SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the Collins Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on College Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where service is number one. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises. This is the Premier League Live Halftime Show.
One 0 to Escrave Newtown United over Conaree here at halftime. I brought two pundits with me. Watts is taking a break at the time, and they've been looking at the game, taking notes. First of all, let's go to the referee's call and the red card. What do you all guys thought of that?
Well, from what I reckon, it was a fair call. The player was already on a yellow card, and he committed a few fouls after that, and so I thought the second yellow card was warranted. But that's my opinion.
Al, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, it was a good call by Richards. I think the player's intent, it was called the yellow card. You know what I mean? So it was a good call by Richards. Good call.
Last night, I won't let you get there. Last night there was 1-2 with Village and Spurs. Your team was the beneficiary of a man going down on the other side. What do you thought of that call? I thought there was some similarities.
Yeah, Adam was the player. Right. Over aggression again. You know what I mean? A foolish tackle, in my opinion. And he cost the team a man down.
And that's what you say, influence the outcome of the game.
Yes.
I'm sure you wouldn't have mind that. But what do you all thought of the game tonight so far? Newtown up 1. Do they deserve to be in front?
Well, and the balance of the play, I thought they were good early on. They got a goal fairly early, but I thought later in the first half, especially during the lengthy stoppage time, I thought Conaree was a better team. I thought they go into the game. They had a few chances, to equalize the game, but they failed to find the back of the net.
Al, what's your opinion? You think it should be fun?
Yes, based on the game, Conaree a bit flat tonight. Somehow Conaree look flat in the attack. Normally Conaree spring in the attack quicker, but to me they just look a bit flat. Newtown came out with a point to prove, and they won.
And not just a point to prove, they need about 3 points.
3 points to prove.
Well, once again, we had another injury, some that we didn't want, but the man, goalkeeper, Melinick Gums, is off in the hospital now, probably with a concussion. Did you all exactly saw what happened?
Well, I missed the incident. I had to leave and come back, so I missed the incident. But it's always unfortunate, as we've been saying the last few weeks, when players have to leave and leave in the ambulance through injury, and so it's something we don't want to see, especially for an amateur league. These players, they have families to feed, they have to work tomorrow, so it's very, very unfortunate when these things happen.
Oh yes, earlier on the night we had Keon winning over Sadlers 2-1. Sadlers scored first in the person of Murray, and then Keon came back with Lewis. Lewis, who scored from a free kick and was beneficial. A defender knocked it in. And then the Nielsen Thomas scored a brilliant header, and then went from 0 to 0 by getting a red card right after that. The fight that broke out on the inside and off the field. The players got yellow cards, but the Nielsen who came over got the red. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I always feel it's foolish when you are not involved in an incident and you get sent off for said incident. Yes, two players that are coming together while running off the field, and they had a little tussle. You as a teammate, your job should be to get your teammate out of it without getting them sent off, rather than getting yourself sent off. And I always it always bothers me when I see players get sent off in that way, because I think there should be more discipline and err on the side of caution, knowing that, hey, if I do this, I stand the chance of getting sent off.
Coach, about after scoring a wonderful header, I mean, to take a red card like that, where you wasn't actually in the play and the situation. At one time, I thought you were in the wrong sports. I thought you were doing boxing. The way he came over and swing, I thought we were in the boxing match.
Juve.
Juve
in the band, yeah.
Last lap.
Rather unfortunate, Keon finished that game with 10 men, but they kept their defensive posture and wasn't too battered by this Sadlers team. Slightly different Sadlers team we saw tonight, probably with a lot of injuries out, and they just couldn't get that momentum that we've seen from them in the last two games. Nonetheless, what does that mean for them? Are they out of the race?
Well, for me, coachable, Leshan, every Sadlers out. Sadlers, last couple of games, the last to Village, I think a Monkey, I know, playing against Keon. And I mean, I would say Sadlers out. For me, Sadlers will be out.
Well, I have the manuscript where you put your predictions, and no one really selected Sadlers to be in there. And so far, it's going according to what you guys said. Mr. LaShawn says Spurs and St. Peter's. Mr. Richard said Newtown and OR. And judging from what's happening tonight, Newtown up 1 in goals, down 1 in men. What will you say to them at halftime? My favorite question. What will you say to a 10-man team leading at 1-0 at halftime?
Well, based on the situation, Al, you got to protect the lead. You don't want a man, you can't open up too much. You got to stay compact, look to score on the counter, and stay compact.
There you had it from a coach, a referee, a commentator. Mr. Al Richards is doing it all. But he was on the Village bench last night when they themselves played against a 10-man team. And at one point, Spurs equalized. How you felt at that point?
I'm be honest, Coach, but I'm a bit nervous because the game is a bit from us now. But I was confident to say that we would have got one. I mean, based on we attack power, we manpower in attack, I know that we don't score back, and it happened.
But at that point, you didn't have much manpower in attack. You use your youngsters in Jabez Darset, Tyreek Queeley, and Morton started. Yeah. So you had three teenage guys in that team. Not the regular T1 Handley and
the Bombers,
and Carlos Botti and Bombers and so on, but you still was able to pull out that win. Very important win. So you're now clear ahead on the tables.
Yeah, up by 3 points, leading 7 points by 3.
One of the things that these guys did, they predicted the order in which the teams would shape up. They said Village would start number 1, St. Paul's would be number 2, Conaree number 3, and Keon number 4. But tonight, Conaree is down. Do you think that will still hold you?
Well, it still can. It's not out the realm of possibility, but how this game has gone thus far, it doesn't seem that way. They will definitely need an equalizer and a go-ahead goal, but they have the man advantage, so hopefully they could take advantage of that in the second half.
And my favorite question, you run up. What would you say, Al, at halftime to your team? Sorry, LeSean.
1 up?
Yeah, 1 up.
Well, the famous saying, hold what you got, because Newtown being a downer man and 1 up you wouldn't want them to get back in the game easily. So hold what you got, defend for your life, and hope to catch them on the break and double your advantage. But hold what you got.
Let's spend some time on Conaree now. You're one down, but you have a man advantage. How do you utilize that space, Mr. Coach?
Well, first thing, you got to look to change the formation. If you got more attacking, like a 4-4-2 or something, or 3-5-2. You want the extra man forward because you need to score, first to equalize, and then also go one up. So.
Well, we had good advice from coach and football pundit. Let's see exactly what will happen in the second half. We go back to master control and then we come back for more commentary. SKN Newsline.
This is the Premier League Live halftime show.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SKN Newsline Android mobile app. With the SKN Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SKN Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SKN Newsline, and download the app today. The SKN Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back, and SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live, commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers. And advertising is free right now. You heard me right. Free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble.
Well, we've just started the second half. Nothing has changed in terms of the scoreline. We don't see any significant changes in terms of the personnel. Conaree still trying to get back into it. Howe wins the free kick. Referee pulls them back as they were trying to take it quickly. Leaving it for Mitchum. Mitchum now directing play. Wants everyone on the inside. Pulls over Foy. Lewis is in the box. Everyone is there. Unset. Mitchum fakes a kick. Then chips it up to the far post. Foy gets it. Foy slams at goal. Blocked. Then cleared. Newtown clearing their lines.
Oh, that was a perfect chance for Foy. Foy got the ball under control but was too slow in getting off the shot. And then unfortunately it was easily blocked. But good start from Conaree. Good start for Conaree. They're looking for that equalizer. And I do believe they're going to get that equalizer. I think that sending off would have affected Newtown a lot. And so it's interesting to see what's going to happen. Long throw inside the box.
Heads go up. Newtown first. Howe flicks it in. Newtown clears. Sean Chapet Martin knocks it down. But the ball will go into touch for throwing to Newtown. Well, we got good advice from the coaches at halftime, which indicated that Conaree should put an extra man forward to take up that space because they're one down. And Newtown should be one playing more defensive, looking to run counter-attack. Here they come, and one such. Read by Francis. Chest pass to Orlando Mitchum. Mitchum back all the way back to Martin. Martin now turns the corner, comes downfield. Looping, lofted drive down the left flank. Who's there? Newtown winning the ball. Newtown still in control. Mitchum. Baptiste. Mitchum. Turns on the inside to change the side. Finds Hodge. Hodge coming forward. Goes back to the right side. Then he stabs it up to the right side to find Baptiste. Baptiste is under pressure. Gets around the man. Trips slightly but continues. Newtown on the run. Newtown sends it in the box. Ponton is there. Maynard is there. Francis is there. 2 against 1. Up to Dakari. Dakari goes to the ground. Beck for a call, doesn't get it, but nonetheless, Conaree latches back onto the ball. In Lewis. Lewis over to Phipps. Phipps covering some ground. Then stops right at the half a mat and goes into the center of the field. In the center circle with Howe. Changing the direction of play. From right to center. Center going forward. Forward giving it away. Mitchum. Nice pass. Fancy back heel pass. Not read by Baptiste. One by Howe. Howe goes over to the left side. Foy losing out. Knocks it into touch. Throwing to Conaree.
Yes, Conaree would need to possess the ball more. And I said I really would like to see them be more creative up front. And they have the personnel to do it. And they really have the wherewithal to come back into this game. They're just 1-0 down. And so here they are with Mitchum. Mitchum, who now could create.
Trying again, Conaree. Forced back by Newtown. Forward then back. Then forward again. No one there but the Newtown defense. Over to Mitchum. Mitchum knocking forward, swinging a counter attack. Punting. Can't get around the man. No. Francis is there. Helped by Maynard. Keandre. One on the right, one on the left. Little wrestling match. One by Newtown. The foul to taken quickly is Conaree. The foul taken quickly but not able to find the target, which was Errol. Loses out to Springer. Meanwhile, Newtown combine 3-4 passes, then gives it away. Conaree heads. Ponting picks it back up. So possession back to Newtown. Newtown still with Hodge. Hodge stabbing it forward, long forward, good ball to Baptiste. Baptiste shoots, it goes high, it goes looping. It was blocked partially by the other Maynard.
Well, very good play by Newtown, getting the man Maynard too. It was a good ball in. Unfortunately, it was blocked, resulting in a corner kick for Newtown. But good play from Newtown. They're looking to protect the 1-0 lead, but not just protect it. They're looking to add to their advantage. So it was a very promising play. The first promising move by Newtown since the start of the second half. So 1-0 in favor of.
They probably were listening to sknewsline.com or voiceofthecaribbean.net or on the Facebook page of SKNFA, SKN Newsline and our Voice of the Caribbean, because they're doing exactly what Coach Al Richards would have suggested to play in the second half. Out comes Conaree with Lewis, but only as far as Springer. Springer puts it right back, 2 against 1. Francis and Martin winning over Ponting. As far as Orlando Mitchum comes back to Maynard. Maynard up to Ewell shielding for all his work, turning, going on the inside. Finds Lewis. Lewis goes on the right flank. Who's there? Dakari Phipps. He's a bit free. Can he latch onto this one? Yes, controls. But he's under pressure now from Rasta Kimmy Brown. Kimmy Brown wins the ball cleanly. Leaves the carry on the ground. Players are forced to track back. Long ball coming from Mitchum. This is the counter attack we've been talking about. Ponting can get there. Foot race. Mitchum. Sorry. Was Ponting. Flanked by Francis. Mitchum now takes over. Goes on the inside. Finds Kim Van Brown. Brown to Ponting. They're playing ever so carefully. Ponting goes to the right side. Finds Hodge. Hodge knocks it down. Hodge looking to go forward. Hodge comes back. Looking for support. Muscled off the ball partially. Remains strong. Knocks it back to Racine Thomas. Newtown come all the way back into the one defensive half. About halfway there. After being up almost into the attacking third. Thomas. Conaree is forcing them back. Not showing him any spaces. Thompson gets it. Thompson goes out to the left side. Over there is Jamal Keynes. Keynes to Springer. Springer tries a one-time lob. It finds Mitchum with a lot of space. Mitchum gives it back to Keynes. Keynes make a mess of it. Quite funny indeed. Losing his balance and losing the sense of where he is.
Exactly.
Where he was
exactly. Not having the awareness. Not having not awareness at all. Not knowing where the ball was, and brought some smiles and laughter from the crowd. But Newtown, they're looking very much to protect their lead, but they're not just sitting back, and they're looking to counter attack. So it's going to be a very interesting game. I think we're going to have a very good finale to this game tonight.
Well, we are hoping, we're expecting. We're expecting to see more goals.
More goals, yes.
We don't mind which end they come from.
Yeah, that's true.
Last night and earlier we would have minded.
Oh, last. Why earlier? I say would have minded earlier, but the goal coming.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen too many occasions where Kenya would have dominated play and end up lose. Like in the knockout game and against Newtown just recently.
And of course, Kenya.
It's time for a bad habit to be broken. Here comes Newtown with a counter. Hodge. Out to fancy footwork there. Shot coming in off the crossbar. Ooh, headed that goal. This time O'Loughlin is able to get it, as Baptiste was not able to get enough punches on it, but Conaree floating with danger there.
Last night we saw Sports compensating very well for the player who they lost by the red card, and almost a 45 minutes plus another 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, for 60 minutes.
They compensated very well.
And Newtown is doing the same here.
Yes.
Just missed a good opportunity to get into the back of the net. Saved by the post. Conaree goes long. Springer is reading. Springer heads. Aerial battle. Settled. Not settled. Kicked away by Kadeem Lewis.
But I really would like to see Conaree take control of the game. I need to see Conaree with more possession of the ball. But very good game by Newtown. I said they're not giving up.
Again, they're trying to run that man Ponting one-on-one with Francis. It's not working for the moment. Conaree is cutting it out, and Conaree is counting themselves. Sent forward, but not being able to latch onto it as Ewell. Acknowledges the effort. Thompson, meanwhile, taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds off the clock. Then goes big down the right side. How is there? Fix on. Martin finally cleans up. Up to 5. 5 shields. Controls. Turns on the inside. Trying to free Errol. Errol pass. Picked off by Kimmy Brown. Up to Johannes. Johannes trying to free Hodge. Martin is covering. Martin cleans up, comes back in inside, finds supporting player. Look like 5 has come all the way back. Or is that Maynard? They're going long downfield. Yeah, that's Maynard. Again, Newtown breaks up the forward movement of Conaree. They go forward themselves, but only partially as Martin steps in and clears the day. Conaree trying to go forward in the midfield. Foul. They beg for it and they get it.
It's foul on Lewis. He'll be taken by Mitchum. Let's see what Mitchum can do. Mitchum is a very clever player. So always looking to do something. And let's see now. Let's see what he's doing. Mitchum plays the ball over, looking to target Lachlan. Lachlan nice scooping the ball in. But still. Oh, that's a poor shot there. Very poor shot indeed. No strength, no placement. And goalkeeper was able to pick up the one very easily indeed. So it's still 0 to Conaree, 1 to Newtown. Newtown with a 1 goal advantage, but a 1-man disadvantage after Gums was red carded in the first half.
Here comes Conaree.
Forward, yes.
Looking good. Mitchum losing out to Kim Van Brown. Kim Van Brown robs him and then tackles the ball away. Thompson picks it up easily. But a little interesting passage of play. They were not too flat on that occasion. One touch ball playing a little faster. That's what I talk about. The slow pace gives Newtown enough chance to get into defensive postures. Give them a chance to park the bus as it were. So they need to move fast. Here they are on a counter. Trying to free Pontin. Pontin has Martin with him. Martin knocks it off of the boot of Pontin, gets a throw.
As I did mention, I don't think Conaree is as solid at the back as they usually are. So they would have to be very careful. And Newtown is looking, anytime Newtown get up front, they're looking ominous. They're looking like they're going to score.
But this is some of the regular back four of recent times. Francis, the big man there. Francis and Martin.
Yeah,
Martin
Francis was out for a while. Francis
started many games. While he was out, people like Mills and Govaya filled in for him. But he's back. But here comes Conaree with Phipps. Phipps can cross. Heads go up. Newtown first ball. Newtown second ball. Block partially. Mitchum off the post and in. The player is offside. It looks like.
They're saying Lewis would have been offside. He's the one who tapped the ball into the net. So, well, offside flag coming to the rescue of Newtown. But Conaree looking good at this point. Getting the ball to the back of the net. Mitchum being involved in that again. So, Conaree yet to equalize. Looking for the equalizer.
Like Sadlers. Conaree seem to be getting a momentum in this last part of the game. They've picked up their pace. Again, they must have had somebody listening to that or advice, because the slow nature of the game was playing into Newtown hands. Here they are now. How? Turns at his man. Loses him too. Left Hodge for dead. Up to Errol. Errol has pressure from Batiste. Batiste wins him out. Gives it to Mitchum. Mitchum looking for support now. Finds the other Brown. Kim Van Brown. But the ball, that long ball, that counter attack ball, too straight. Up to Dantre Lachlan. Maynard. How? Again they go on slow. Forced to pick up his pace is Phipps, as that one is an errant pass from How. Giving it away.
Giving it away needlessly. Conaree making some unforced errors, showing that they're not concentrating as well as they should. That was a poor pass by How. Was him How.
I'm listening to the crowd well. This is where the Conaree crowd is asking for some subs. Errol trying to steal a foul. Still showing, sorry. It doesn't work. Richards. And his assistant well aware.
Well, this is really a good fight. Newtown showing some resilience, showing some tenacity. After losing a man, and after losing the main goalkeeper, who is had to be rushed to the hospital, they're still showing great mental attitude, great resilience, and looking to go ahead.
Well, the pace has picked up over the last 5 minutes. We're lulling in tempo and then picked up again. But here comes Conaree down the left flank. Up a man, but down a goal. Foy, who has shifted to the 11 position. It looks as if, again, they've moved Ewell into the center of the field, which is a better move in my mind. Maynard sliding it through, 24 and Phipps. Interception by first Jamai, cleaned up by Springer. And Jamai Keynes done it to Ewell. Ewell goes forward, finds Mitchum. Mitchum trying to take on a man, trying to take on two, over to Ewell. Ewell under pressure. Ewell shielding. Ewell Lachlan. Up to Howe. Howe goes far to the left. Finds Foy, but Delano Hadge has been tracking back, read it and cleared it.
I don't think Ewell is having a very good game. Not enjoying his game as well as he normally do. But here comes the ball in, and it's headed over.
For safety, the man came on bound. Another the way before. Any Conaree players could latch onto it. But Conaree certainly making some inroads, trying to get into this Newtown defense.
Well, we must be reminded that Newtown 2 previous matches, they had to fight from behind against Allwood. As the corner kick is now. We're going to have a corner kick. Yes, for Conaree, it is.
Corner to Conaree. Ball comes in, loops up, head goes up. Missed everybody. Did somebody nick it? In fact, no one makes it. It went straight for a throw-in.
Yes, Conaree missing the sharpness. Not looking as sharp as they normally do. But I was saying, I think this situation will suit Newtown well. Because in the 2 previous matches they had to fight to stay in the game. Oh, a player is down on the far side for Conaree. Yes, well, he's getting some attention now. But it's free kick now in favor of Conaree.
Yes, they're certainly battling away. They're certainly fighting. They probably don't want Newtown to get into the 6 to have to deal with them again. So dealing them a blow now will take care of matters, making it easier in the top 6. Mitchum slides it in. Newtown head. Conaree the second ball. Mitchum picks it back up from midfield. Mitchum loops it over the left side. Good ball. Shot on goal. Easy save. Foy made a total mess of that one. Had an opportunity to beat Thompson to his left. He simply rolled it to Thompson, who accepted it gleefully. Here they come again. Newtown. Interception. Newtown winning it back. Keynes. On as far as Martin. Martin strong downfield, trying to find Lewis. Lewis giving chase. He was in the midfield. He's now playing in number 9. Ewell and Mitchum in the middle of the park along with Howe for Conaree. But Newtown is sitting deep. Winning most of the ball and countering just like that. Trying to free Pontin. Pontin has Martin with him. Martin is shielding. Ball goes into touch now as Richards points. Martin over to Francis. Francis. Maynard. Ewell. Mitchum. Kalanja Maynard. Up to 5. Block, but only so as Maynard. Gives it to O'Loughlin. Ewell. Ewell to Martin. Martin under a little bit of pressure. Finds Maynard. Tackle coming in from 5. Richards runs over, gets a card, slapped into his face. Delroy Jeffers, the referee assistant, came on to help, but Chad said, no, I got this. I'm taking charge here. Reckless play from Fire on that occasion. He has moved on quite a bit. Started in 9, then he played 11, now he's over to the 7. Long ball from Springer. Heads go up. One by Conaree. First ball. Second ball by Conaree. Ewell couldn't latch onto it. Giving it away.
Yeah, it's number 11 Fire has been roaming all over the place.
Here comes Pontin. Loses it to Ewell. Ewell picks it up. Gives it back to Mitchum. That's Johannes. Then the other Mitchum for Conaree. Orlando takes over. Gives it to Howe. Howe goes to the ground. Mitchum takes over. Mitchum going on the left side. Changes his mind. Comes to the right. Finds Ewell. Ewell beats his man. Man who rushed after him, that was Keynes. Ewell can cross. Ewell chooses to go on the inside. Now he crosses with the left foot. Conaree players going forward. Ball going straight to Thompson. Thompson rolls it out to Johannes. Johannes to the 1-2 pass. Pushed off the ball by the younger and smaller boy Howe. And in fact, no, Howe is older, but smaller in stature. Square pass to Ewell. Ewell stops it. Ewell Lachlan goes to the left side, hard on the ground. Cleared by Newtown. Easy clearance by Newtown. Ewell takes over again. This time he chips it up. Again cut out by Newtown. Ewell knocks it to the right side. Forces a clearance from Jamal Keynes. Ball goes into touch. And just what the crowd has been asking for, we're seeing the substitutions coming in.
Well, this is what we're going to be seeing for the rest of the game. I believe Newtown is just going to sit back there, sit back in defense, soak up the pressure, defend and look into a counter attack. Conaree now making some changes.
Randall Teodale comes in.
A triple change by Conaree.
Marson comes in. And Jabari Isaac comes in. Set piece, knock for corner. Corner to Conaree. Jabari Isaac with a straight change. Number 5 for number 5. Marson probably replaced 5. Straight change. Here they come again. Oh, stops across the goal. Heads go up. Ewell winning the header but can't get it on target. Third time for the night. We're seeing Ewell getting into a good position to head. Just cannot steer it on target.
Yes, Aaron didn't get in that shooting position there. Position to just head the ball in the far corner. Instead, the ball went over the byline. So it's going to be a goal kick to Newtown with the score still at 1-0 in favor of Newtown.
Big ball in the goal kick. Maynard. As far as Mitchum. Hodge is onside. Hodge breaks free. Down the left flank. Player comes in and it looks like Maynard, other one this time, is going to have a card.
Yes, referee goes over and I'm sure he's calling.
Want to make sure he gets
calling the player to his chambers. Huh?
Yep.
Huh?
Wants to make sure he gets the right man. Points on him and pointing the card.
There was no need for that at all. He was away from the goal. He was going towards the byline. No need for that at all. That seemed like much more revenge or something.
Well, I won't go that far. I'll just say poor decision. Newtown now bringing in the changes. Look like they're going for youth. They're taking out Pontin. Set piece comes in. Hodge. Heads go up. Conaree. Clear ones. From Howe. There's no one at home. No one down there but Springer and Brown. Springer goes back. Puts the ball into the business area. Heads go up. Errol winning. Again. Kim Van Brown. Over to Batiste. Batiste has a fight on his hands. Eventually 2 players combine to win it. Up to Marson. Marson also a gutted player. Gets away. Gives it to Jabari Isaac. Jabari Isaac speeds forward. Goes on the left flank. Into Marson. Marson robbed up the ball. Newtown converging it. Rasim Thomas. Up to Batiste. Batiste on the inside. Finds Mitchum. Mitchum's going to control things now. He goes up forward. Looking for Pantin. Pantin turns his man. Goes to the ground. Waits the foul. Now the change. The crowd not agreeing with this change at all. I like Pantin not agreeing with the change either.
Yes, he's not happy at all.
Another Gums comes to the fray. Malachi Gums. Long ball. Heads go up. First ball to Francis. Jazil Francis. Heading away to Maynard. Maynard up to Howe. Howe goes back to Maynard. Maynard into Lewis. Was dropped back somewhat from the 9 position. Lewis chips it over to the far side. Springer clears. Newtown combined to get it out. Out as far as Mitchum. Mitchum then loops it forward. The man has looks to be like an inch offside. And nonetheless, the first ball was to Conaree. Then Gums. Malachi Gums. Gives it to Mitchum. He stops it from going outside. And then gives back to Mitchum. Good play. Mitchum into Hodge. Hodge back to Mitchum. Mitchum. Going to the corner post to waste some time. He still has it. He's still shielding. Strong man. 2 players cannot converge it. Eventually they knock it onto him. Throw into Conaree. Well, there's a bit of confusion there. The player was shielding for all his worth. Eventually seemed to have knocked it onto him. For Newtown to get a throw. High looping throw. Heads go up. Ball knocked for a corner this time.
Well, Conaree really need to do something tonight. They are down 1-0. They have a 1-man advantage, but it doesn't appear so at all. They're not looking to exploit the situation. And the game has become a bit flat. Well, let's see if Newtown...
Let's see what will happen here. Yes, Connor comes in. Heads go up. Headed by Newtown. But not on target. Picked up by Newtown. Batiste. Gums slides it in. Ewell. There for the clearance. Puts it into touch. Throw it into Newtown. Here comes Newtown. Brown. Faking one way and turning the next. Going to the left this time. Finds Mitchum. Mitchum crowded. Doing well to get out. Goes to the ground. Battles away for it. Rob of the ball. Nodded forward. Knocked forward by Conaree. The man Randall. A fresh player came on. Can I get it? Can I get it? Quick throw. Mitchum. O'Loughlin. Randall. And then Theodore. Sends it across the goal mouth. Heads go up. Newtown. Shot coming from distance. Marson. A one-time volley or half volley.
Oh, that was well struck, powerfully struck. He just failed to keep it under the crossbar, but it's really well struck, powerfully struck by Marson there. Conaree still 1-0 down, looking for that equalizer.
Probing and searching. Big ball coming forward. Punting is not there anymore, so it's Hodge taking up that position. Conaree wins it, then gives it back to Newtown. Batiste has 2 men with him. Loses out. Big throw. Robbed by Keynes. Only as far as Kadim Lewis. Over to Howe. Howe finding Jabari Isaac. Probably needed a more attacking left back. He's showing signs of that. Goes on the left side. Finds Marson. Whistle goes just on the apex of the box. We're nearing now the 15-minute mark. Running out of time is Conaree if they're going to get back in this game. That's more for Spurs. Running out of time. Never lose.
Well, Conaree is it a free kick now. Nice set piece opportunity for Conaree.
Dangerous spot. Newtown pulling all the men back. Remember they're playing one shot. So everyone for Newtown is in the box. Free kick comes in. Mitchum just over the crossbar.
It's not happening for Conaree at all tonight. So it seems as though Conaree is really going to lose these 3 points. They have not been in very good form, as I said, since the restart. They even lost against Trafalgar South Stars 1-0. And that was a shocking defeat.
Well, yes, this is Conaree. Maynard. Martin. How? Trying to go through the middle there. None of that says Newtown defense. Back out, but only as far as Francis. On the center circle. Goes to the right side, finds Maynard. Maynard down to Errol. Errol is shielding. Errol is faking. Errol is trying to get around 2 men. Gets past one, but Springer comes on cover and knocks it into touch for a throw-in to Conaree.
Good defending by Newtown. Really good defending there. Looking to defend that need. They need 3 points. And they should get these 3 points. If they keep a clean sheet, they already lost a man. Nice block. It's going to be another train for Conaree.
Yep.
Newtown working hard for these 3 points. The question is, would Conaree get that equalizer?
They're searching hard for it though. Here they are again, racking up for throw. Instead of taking a shot this time, back to Francis. Francis chips it on the far side. Heads go up. Newtown wins the first ball. Hodge speeds with it. Broken up by Maynard. A bit of exchange of words between these players. Referees getting involved. Seems the argument even spilled over to the brothers. It's a growing battle for it, 2 against 1. Errol loses out. Hodge is onside. Hodge can go forward. Hodge has 2 many players in attendance. Try to get away from him. Goes to the ground. Richards is not impressed. Pulls him up. Motioning him to get up. As the play breaks now for Conaree. Newtown intercepts. Coming back at them is Newtown. Keynes slid it into Hodge. He's onside. Turns his man again. This time he gets the foul. Once again, Chad goes for his modern equipment. As we see some more substitutions coming in. How goes?
Well, Newtown should be looking to double advantage from this point. This is what they're looking for, set pieces and counter attacks. Remember, they are man down, but they have a 1-goal advantage. Could they double the advantage?
Well, they're still been taking the advice of our halftime coaches in that they held what they had in the back. They kept tight and kept countering. They earn a free kick. Free kick comes in now, over to Dantre Lachlan. The second of Lachlan on tonight's game for Conaree. He goes big downfield, route 1. Kimmy Brown gets the first ball. Conaree fouls on the second ball. That's Marson. Maybe just a disadvantage of size. He crashed into Rasim Thomas, and Rasim Thomas is a very slender player. Well, we're down now to digits in time remaining. And it's still 1-0. Newtown over Conaree.
Well, I think Newtown is now about 60%. 60% favorite to win this game. Another 20% draw and 20% Conaree winning. So let's see how it's going to work out.
Based on the run of play and based on the time left, I don't see Conaree winning. I see Conaree getting a draw at best. You see, Conaree has to find a way to unlock the Newtown defense. And it's just not going about it the right way. They have to maintain that tempo and catch them napping with quick movement of the ball and making sure that they possess the ball even though the ball is moving around quickly. Not missing much football. Dantre Lachlan is down. Getting some attention now from the physio as well as a fair player. Seems as if something is wrong with his foot.
Okay. You could remind listeners of the match this afternoon since you witnessed this match. That was Keon versus Saddlers.
Keon defeated Saddlers 2-1. Saddlers scored first in the person of Alfonso Murray. We'll come back to that as long ball comes forward from the free kick. Mitchum battling away. Conaree wins it. Mitchum. Jabari. Back to Conaree. Orlando Mitchum. Shoots a goal just over the crossbar. Nicks. And he goes for another corner for Conaree. Meanwhile, Richards motioning Thomas to come to rejoin the game. Corner taking shot. Corner taking quickly. Then looped over. Heads go up. Ewell again winning the header over the keeper. Made a lot of height. It was fair game because the keeper was out of his 6-yard box. He was out of the area they call the goalkeeper area. So it's anybody's ball. And I think Ewell's body collided with him or his head collided with him. Ewell gets up, but the keeper is still down.
Well, we hope he's not too serious an injury. We've already seen a goalkeeper who had to be rushed to the hospital tonight. That's Gums. And we have seen so many serious injuries throughout the course of the game since the restart. Newtown is now going to be looking for another substitution. Number 24 poised to come on for Newtown. Number 24, that's Shamari Hanley. Shamari Hanley is poised to come on for Newtown. And coming out.
Shamari Hanley replacing Racine Thomas. Right beneath us here. The Daps. And he immediately goes to the right side, so it looks like he's going to play the 2. He's going to play the 2 or the 7. But here comes Conaree. Minutes dying, ticking away. All of Newtown in their own half, I can say that now. Maynard, Rabbi Baptiste, Kian Baptiste, into Hodge. Hodge doing a little bit of a solo one, asks for help, and he goes back. Finds Keynes, Keynes going upfield. Interception by Kadeem Lewis. Lewis to Mitchum. Mitchum trying to find Marston. Eventually Lewis picks it up. Kadeem Lewis speeding forward after his pass. Finds Ewell. Ewell finds Marston. Marston turns back for help. Gets help from Maynard. Now they look to switch sides. From right to center to left. Martin back in the center. Finds Mitchum. Mitchum finds Ewell. Ewell goes down. Gets the foul. Who's going to take that one, Watts? Straight in front of the goal, slightly to the right. Should it be a left footer? We don't have any left footers.
No, the natural footer would have been Tristan Samuel, but he's not in this game. Well, I think Far has been substituted already. Far is a natural left footer. There's only Mitchum left, so Mitchum is going to come up with something creative.
Here is Orlando with the set piece. Orlando shoots a goal, the ball deflects and just greases over the crossbar. Probably reflective of what his old players it looked like.
Well, you have a few of those for tonight have gotten close. Nothing in the goal so far for Mitchum. So maybe tonight is just not his night. So we have 4 minutes. No drama in this game. No more drama in this game. 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Meanwhile, Newtown comes forward. Newtown finds Hodge. Hodge is offside. Conaree hustling now. Trying to get that equalizer. Mitchum in the midfield. Then they go to the left side. They're coming on the left and coming on the inside. All Conaree at the moment because everybody for Newtown is back, protecting their 1-goal lead. They come forward. They find Wandel. Wandel trying to get past the man. He does so now. No. That's the Kimmy still here. Kimmy slides it back to Keynes. Keynes goes upfield, finds Hodge. Hodge kicks it forward, long, hard forward, but there's no one there because everybody for Newtown is in their own half. Mitchum comes back for it. He has a good foot. Long ball to the left side. Jabari Isaac getting over one man. Goes to the ground, begging for a foul. Doesn't get it. In fact, he's begging for a penalty because he was in the box.
Well, Conaree settled for the corner kick. And let's see if they can get something out of it. We maybe have about another 2 minutes of stoppage time. So Conaree is running out of time.
The referee was right there. Everyone for Conaree is in the box. Everyone from Newtown is in the box. Heads go up. Orlando. Touch off a defender over to Kai. And we see Lewis there buying a foul. Seeing the player, the young player, coming over with intent. Simply place his body in the path and gets another set piece.
You see it from so far, Al. I don't know. Well, Martin's coming over.
Like he will take a right. I thought he was on the foot up, but he's going to take this one with his right foot. Marston chips it up low. Clear ones from Newtown. First ball, second ball, but there's no one upfield, and so Conaree will come back at them in short order. Maynard asking for help, goes to the left side. Ewell flicks it over for Jabari Maynard, who has lived up on that left flank since he came on. I thought he came on to be a number 5, but it looks as if he's playing 11. Show comes in quickly. Clear ones from Newtown. Not very far. Robbed by Conaree. Ewell shoots a goal just past the upright. In fact, I think Thompson touched it away. He did, because the corner now.
Oh, this is an exciting finale to this game. I think this is going to be the last play.
Oh yes, I think so too. Ball comes in low. Knocked over by Newtown. Conaree chasing for all their worth. Looking to take everything quickly. By one Phillip. Looks it to the left side. Heads go up. Mitchum. Back. Shot. Touched over by Thompson. Corner. Crowd erupts.
Well, referee has the whistle in his mouth. Takes it out.
Corner. Definitely the last play of the match. There goes the final whistle. Newtown has crept up to 29 points after winning this game 1-0. Back to Master Control.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back, and SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live, commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Strictly Strictly Sports is back! Strictly Sports is back! And better than ever! The website that brings you all kind of sports. No rumors, no nigger business, just sports. Log on to www.getstrictlysports.com. That's GETSTRICTLYSPORTS.com and get articles, features, videos, and photos. Local, regional, and international stories. And don't forget to check out our online sports store.
It is little right now, but in time it will get hugely.
And we have lots of room for you advertisers, and advertising is free right now. You heard me right, free. Just call 762-3134 for more information. This is good. This is good. If I miss the game, all I got to do is log on and everything right there. Strictly Sports is back.
Football fans, get ready for football like never before. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs featuring the top 6 teams in the SKNFA Premier League doing battle for the Big Cup at the Warner Park Football Stadium starting November 24th. The Super 6 playoffs is the most lucrative sporting event in St. Kitts and Nevis, with the champions winning $50,000. Yes, you heard right. $50,000 for the champions, $500 for man of the match, and over $100,000 in prize money. Fan giveaways and prizes galore. It's the inaugural Super 6 playoffs starting November 24th. Get ready to rumble. Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the Collins Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the Collins Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one. KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity Parish, St. Kitts. For all your t-shirt printing, banners and signs, promotional products, shipping, motivational speeches, computer classes, agro-processing, art and craft, and desktop publishing. Come to KVK Enterprises at Boyd's Housing Development, Trinity, St. Kitts. Telephone 661-0118 or 765-7270. Email drkhrystus@kvklives.com or visit www.kvklives.com. KVK Enterprises.
Skillex Interactive Voice Response System, a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Access it now at 465-2000 to report faults, receive bill balances, and for the first time ever, you can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Access it now by calling 465-2000.
It's the new and improved SK Newsline Android mobile app. With the SK Newsline app, you can watch your news reports, the SK Newsline newscast, sports, special features, and so much more. You can also send us a WhatsApp or call us directly. Go in the Google Play Store, search SK Newsline, and download the app today. The SK Newsline mobile app. News on the go. Football is back, and SK Newsline and the Voice of the Caribbean Radio are bringing live coverage with Premier League Live. Watch and listen to live football coverage on Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., and midweek games on Mondays or Fridays at 8 p.m. Games will be broadcast on SK Newsline and the SKNFA Facebook pages and Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. It's Premier League Live. Commentary, analysis, action. Never miss a game.
Global. And the predictions from the guys here are now in concrete. They can't change based on the results. So let me ask LaShawn, how are you looking? How are your predictions looking? LaShawn went with Spurs and St. Peter's.
Well, I still feel St. Peter's is a strong candidate to go to. I still feel that Spurs, they're very shaky, but I still feel like they can find a way and pull through. Playing Newtown next week. Well, St. Peter's playing Newtown next week. I think Spurs can use that to hopefully to get something from is it Cairn they're playing. So Spurs they look shaky. I still believe they can make it through.
Al, what do you think?
Well, Coach, my prediction was Newtown, and based on the matchups for Newtown West games, I think they have St. Peter's next week, and then Mantap, then South Stars. So it seems that Newtown only got to get a point from the Monkey game.
Yeah.
And win Mantap and South Stars, and they're in.
And they'll put them on 36.
And put them on 36.
That's the magic number?
The magic number. Or now we have Village to play.
Same supposed to play as well.
Supposed to play.
And I think one of the
weak team, yeah.
Weaker team, yeah.
Weaker team, yeah. So I still sticking to Newtown. I think Spurs gonna fall under pressure. Spurs, to me, seem that they could challenge a big team. The Kayan, who playing pretty well right now. Sempars, unstoppable. Making a run. Yeah.
Well, we'll get back to that because this is the interesting point about this point table in the Premiership. We'll get back to that. I want you to tell me if you think that those guys from Newtown heard your advice at halftime. Back to Al.
Yeah, Coach, but you see that Newtown, they dropped the block deep. Everybody was actually behind the ball. I hoping for the counter attack, which they did at some point. You know what I mean? I gotta say well done to Mem and the coaching staff and the guys them. And I think they actually fight. You know what I mean? A fight to the end. So well done to the Newtown team.
Oh yes, well done to the Newtown team. Valuable 3 points. They're up and down 29, just beneath Spurs. And albeit, I think they played a man down. What did you thought of Conaree, LaShawn? Did they exhibit enough energy for you?
Well, I thought their run came about 85 minutes too late. I think they left it too late. They had some good opportunities later on. They had some set pieces that they could have taken advantage to, but I just think they left it a bit too late to put Newtown under pressure. I tired Newtown with 10 men under pressure. I thought for majority of the time that Newtown played with 10 men, I didn't think that Conaree took advantage of it. So I think that's something they'll have to work on. And as what said, going into COVID, pre-COVID they were the best team in the league, and post-COVID they're definitely one of the worst.
I'm glad you talk about COVID, because my next point of contention is the size of certain players coming from the bench from these teams. Tonight, not to disrespect anyone, tonight we saw Marston, who doesn't seem to be in the fittest condition. But on this weekend, we also saw teams bringing in fellas who are really, really rosy or fluffy. And it is believed that it's during the COVID time that these guys weren't able to put in the work and put on some weight. I'll go back to the coach now. Coach Al, what is this, and why do teams keep bringing them in?
It could be based on injuries, it could be players out on cards or suspensions, you know. I don't know. So maybe coaches try to rest players. All these factors, because last week for Newtown, you know, we see Isaac came back, and I was shocked. So I don't know if injuries or suspension, so the depth ain't there. Like Village got a good depth, so you could bring players and players. Some team ain't got the depth like Village, so maybe they result to a pass player.
Yes, well, it's very interesting times now in the tables. We've also been advocating that the clash at the bottom will be one to see. Anything anytime Mantab playing against security forces or South Stars, that's one to see. And they've made their predictions as to who will go down. Nothing changed this weekend. All the teams that are at the bottom lost, and lost heavily. Any comment there, LaShawn?
Well, the only thing that changed was the goal difference for those teams. But I think, if you remember something right, Mantab and Trafalgar plays next weekend or coming up. Yeah, coming up. So that would be a big game to look out for. Mantab, the more experience of the two teams, would want to keep their streak. They send their streak into 3 years in the Premier League, while Trafalgar would want to get the second year of Premier Division football.
Well, once again, we turn our attention to the goal scorers. Recently, the discussion has been coming up about comparisons between the present, which is Keith Y. Kitty Freeman, and the past, which is Keith Kayamba Gums and people like Vaughn Sosa Sargent, who were on very, very prolific runs in their heyday. Not comparable to this. They certainly had stronger teams, and they certainly did not play as many matches, but had more goals, I can tell you that. Keith Y. Kitty Freeman is now on 27. The question is, do you think he can get to 50? Or 40 in the season?
No. 40 will be difficult with all 3 games to go, but even though he's been in great form, 40 goals would be a difficult task for him to achieve this season.
And then last night we had Mr. Lenny Lake on the halftime show, who spoke about putting together a national team to begin preparing for next year, of course. All related, all influenced by what will happen with the COVID-19. But if COVID-19 goes back and settles down, then we are speaking prophetically, hoping that this will happen. The national team, do you all see anybody locally who can earn a national team call-up right away? Give me some names before we close.
Well, one name that springs to my mind is, I think he played for the national team before, but he hasn't featured in the past few times, and it's Vince Nelson. I think he definitely deserves a call-up and a run, a decent run with the national side based on his farm with Fluff OGK and Rockets. Another one that comes to my mind is Ivan Soy-Barnes from Sadlers. He too.
Purple Nation.
Yes, he too has featured for the national team in the past, but hasn't been given a consistent run. I think he too should be given a shout. I think I would leave it at that for now. But I'd like to hear what Al has to say.
Me too. I hope he doesn't call the whole village team.
I must say, Freeman, from St. Paul's, Freeman got to be the top of the list. I saw Arnold Fleming, he's been out a while. I think Arnold been having a good season so far. You know what I mean? So all we got to be one. I just say Barnes. You know what I mean? He's one. You know what I mean? A good player. And Vince Nelson. You know what I mean? So that's it for me, really.
Well, most certainly the selectors will have to come up with a lot more to make the practice meaningful. But for those of you out there, we're reminding you that live coverage of SKNFA football, the Premiership, and the final Super 6 to determine the champion is brought to you live on sknewsline.com, voiceofthecaribbean.net. This is a radio program. And also Facebook pages in SKNFA, SKN Newsline, and Voice of the Caribbean. And most recently, there's an app for the young people. You can watch it on your phone. You download it. You go to your Google Play Store and download SKN Newsline, and there you'll get the football. You watch it on your phone if you can't make it to the park. If you're on island, and if you're off island, outside the borders, even though the borders are open, you can encourage your friends, families, sports-loving people. You must know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody to tell them about the broadcast options that they have to follow SKN Newsline. But with the situation as it is, a tight points table, 5 teams still trying to get into the final 6. Our last discussion tonight will be on Saddlers. Do you think Saddlers is dead and buried, not being able to get into the final 6?
Well, three losses in a row, 1 goal losses in a row. I think the ship has now sailed for them to get into the final 6. They're now stuck on 23 points. They're 6 points behind St. Peter's and Newtown, and 7 points behind Spurs, and 4 points behind Old Road. So I think the ship has sailed for Saddlers with 3 games left. I think it will be very, very difficult for them to mount a top 6 challenge from this standpoint.
What's your opinion, Al?
Yeah, Coach, I don't want to be too hard and too rough, but it's downhill.
Downhill for them.
Downhill for it.
And funny, tonight we saw an ugly incident with a player indicating that he wants to come off. Not necessarily because he was injured, but it appeared as if he disagreed with the coach's decisions. Something we have to discuss, and something you listeners out there and viewers out there, we don't want to encourage at all. Coach Al, you take a first stab at it. Tell me what you think about this type of players. How would you...
A very disrespectful, coachable. A very disrespectful, you know what I mean? And the worst thing to it here, Rashan, he actually gave up a goal here. The very next play, down the right-hand side, the guy get round him inside the box. Cross, back in the net. And then after that, he went down, asked for a sub. It's an injury. Very disrespectful. And I told you that, you know, your best player for the team just came on. Francois Barnes just came on as a sub. So he didn't get the team a chance to play. Immediately, check his actions and give up a goal. So the team went down, a goal.
Well, at that point, Saddlers rang in some changes. They were forced to make their 5 changes, all at one time. Kieran was down a man, and Saddlers weren't able to pick up the usual momentum that we saw. Lashawn?
Yes, this game definitely they were void of the second half run that we've seen them pull off in the previous 2 games. So the scenario you mentioned was quite unfortunate, but I think the substitutions they made, I think it had an impact and the team's cohesion at the time, because as you said, they made almost the 5 at the same time. So I didn't think that they didn't get to uniform in time to go and the usual second half one, as I would say, in the 78th minute. They started to play from the 70th minute. It didn't happen this evening.
But Al, in 5 changes, right? It's 5 starters here. 5 starters. So I was wondering, what is the argument? It's 5 natural starters. So even if 5 starters come in, I feel like, oh, this player shouldn't be sub. It's 5 starters.
I think Kieran played them well too. They went back into a defensive posture. They didn't quite park the bus, but they had numbers behind, committed some guys who normally run forward, like Roberts and Lewis, who normally want to get onto the ball. They asked them to stay at home, so to speak, and kind of snuffed out Saddlers. With that, the attention now turns to just 4 teams. Newtown, Spurs, OR, and who's the 4th one? St. Peter's. 4 teams now for 2 spots. They've dropped 1. It's like a race, a long marathon. One person just can't keep up. Saddlers, based on the pundits, have dropped out the race for the final 6, even though they promised us here that they will make it to the final 6. Sorry, Johnny Eddie. With that, on behalf of Essendon Watts and the 2 pundits we have here tonight, we bid you good night and see you next weekend.